The 2012 Values Survey by the Pew Research Center asked Americans 48 political, value-driven questions. UnitedIn2012.com arranged the 48 questions in descending order of the greatest percentage difference between Democrat and Republican. In this video, we are on the number 4 issue with the largest percentage difference in response between Democrats and Republicans, and it was to this statement: people should be willing to pay higher prices in order to protect the environment. On the issue, people should be willing to pay higher prices in order to protect the environment, there was an 80% percentage difference between Democrats and Republicans in their response. 58% of Democrats agreed that Americans should be willing to pay higher prices in order to protect the environment, whereas only 25%, or 1 in 4 Republicans, agreed with this same statement. If we had a bridge that represented compromise, how much of the bridge would be left to begin to connect each side? Well, on this issue, the bridge is 80% out. Now, how a Democrat might think in key areas that go into forming their view on protecting the environment. On the logic side, they may say the ends justify the means. We need to pay more now so that we have a cleaner air and water and a healthier environment. They view capitalism as the pursuit of greed and selfishness. Think of the movie The Lorax for a popular stereotype of capitalism's treatment of the environment, in that you have a business owner that cuts down every single tree and doesn't even save one. They then see government as a force that can restore fairness and equality. Their perception of history is capitalism and big business don't care about the environment. Think about the movie Erin Brockovich, the Love Canal, the BP oil spill, the acid rain problems, the rainforests, etc. On the right side with emotions, they may say we must fight for a clean environment. It must be protected from those who will exploit it for their own means. We are part of this ecosystem. We need to invest in clean, abundant, and reliable energy. As far as view of self and others on this issue, they may say it is my responsibility to take care of the environment and keep it clean, and others should be forced to treat our common environment with care. Their hopes, dreams, and goals on this issue to have a handoff between a healthy environment and a healthy economy. And at the heart of the Democrat, they may say, well, I have some control of my life. Society has a larger influence on if I succeed or fail, and this is why the Democrat is more communally focused than his Republican counterpart. Now, how a Republican might think in key areas that go into forming their view on protecting the environment. On the logic, they may say, it is one thing to believe that the environment must be protected from those who will greatly and irreparably harm it, but it is another to destroy humanity in the process of radical goals such as regulating our every breath. View of capitalism and government is almost the exact opposite of the Democrats. They do not see capitalism as the pursuit of selfishness and greed, but instead as the pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness. They don't see government as a force that is beneficial and can restore equality, but instead as a force that is often suppressive and should be limited, just as the Founding Fathers wanted. They see government as using the environment as an excuse to gain ever greater power. Their perception of history, while they acknowledge some environmental disasters and believe that we need to implement appropriate protection, they also see the radical environmentalism, Greenpeace, PETA, and out-of-control EPA. Their emotions may be The regulatory state is completely out of control. While I believe we should treat our environment with respect, the government is taking it too far. Now we even have drones flying over farmlands. Their view of self and others, much like the Democrats, they believe it is their responsibility to take care of the environment and keep it clean. And others should be forced, within reason, to treat our common environment with care. Their hopes, dreams, and goals are the same as the Democrats, to have a handoff between a healthy environment and a healthy economy. And the heart of the Republican many times says, I am in charge of my life. Whether I fail or succeed is up to me. And as a recap, the Democrat says, we as a society have a responsibility to protect the environment. An active government needs to closely monitor the health of the environment and regulate its proper use, sometimes at personal cost and economic growth. Whereas the Republicans say that human beings have the right to pursue life, liberty, and happiness. They say, yes, we have a duty to keep our environment healthy. My problem is with the thoughtless, hysterical, emotion-driven initiatives that seem to be concerned with punishing humans rather than helping with the environment.